What's up, everybody? I'm Jabby Kuwait, joined by Char Kirk.
What's up?
Continuing forward with Succession. Now we are on Season 1, Episode 8, Prague. Thanks so much for joining us. If you're watching on YouTube, you're seeing a cut-down version of our reaction because we can only show a limited amount of picture-in-picture, but if you want to watch the whole thing with us, no cuts, no interruptions, head over to our Patreon page, please. Patreon page.
.com/JabbyKuwait.
Patreon.com/JabbyKuwait, or become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own HBO Max subscription so you can open up each episode. In an adjacent window to our reaction, we give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown sync, and it's like you're watching it with 2 of your favorite cinepals from the internet. Now, if you're watching this on Patreon, our memberships already, thanks so much for supporting us here. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Here we go.
Pretty great view, huh? I mean, out there, not me.
What?
Such a dork.
You're at 5.3?
Correct.
It's a fair price.
Well, I don't know about that.
You'll have 70 local TV stations. Buying Sandy, you're King Kong of local. The kid knows. The kid's smart. We good?
Can I think? I was about to say, can I think about it? Can I have a moment to like ponder?
It's a good price.
What the f***'s going on? He's selling me things I want at a fair price?
Something's wrong.
Walk him to the elevator and tell him 4.9.
Oh, Dad, no, it's insulting.
Walk him to the elevator and
Oh
tell
my
him
God.
4.9. Jerry, you do it. You, off.
Damn.
Prague. My girlfriend and her fucking freak dogs run these. You ever heard of these parties? Rhomboid? Bullshit. I'm telling you, I'm fucking cool. You don't understand.
I have a reputation. I can't take my crew to watch some art pricks dance around in f***ing bowler hats.
Are you done? You know who else will be there? Sandy Furness. I'm telling you.
Ugh.
But he is sitting on the other half of your dad's dream deal. Come to the party, get him to sell, and trust me when I say this, you will become the #1 son. Get me those names and I'll get you on that list. And one more thing. Bring Kendall, okay? I need to patch things up with him.
I can't figure out his angle.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like an altruistic move. I mean, there is no altruism in this show, I'm sure.
Where are they headed right now?
I have no idea.
You buy a painting from some art student in a basement, jack up the price, sell it to some Morgan Stanley sex pest, and you, me, and the student all get rich, right?
We're interested in increasing the reach of young artists.
No, absolutely. I get it. I got these sneakers on the way down here because, I don't know what I thought. I thought you'd all be dressed like in Bjork, and I wanted...
This is going well. This is going so well.
The truth is, I don't know anything about art. What I do know is how to monetize your concept and achieve the scale it deserves. I've got reach, and I will fight for you every f***ing day.
Okay.
What? Talk to me. Talk to me. What do I need to do? Do I need to take off my dopey sneakers?
No.
Yeah, well, seriously, I'll throw them out the f***ing window right now. I'm taking them off. No. Here, come on, have them.
Seems like it's working.
Yeah, he's got an interesting tactic.
Yeah.
But it's like there's passion behind it, though.
It's the wheel. It's doing its thing.
Oh, the spinny thing?
It's stuck.
You could try knocking it down to low quality.
It makes a sound. You do. That's why you're here.
Oh, I hear you and the boys are heading out for Tom's bachelor party.
Yes, that's correct. Roman's arranging. Prague has been mentioned.
Can you make sure that Kendall doesn't come back in a box? I don't want him showing up dead at the bottom of some French fag's pool.
Okay.
In which case, would now be a convenient time to talk with you about a lateral shift in terms of my position?
Oh, God. Stop.
I'd like to move on from parks and into, for example, digital. But the culture there, it borders on the personally abusive at times.
Tom? I didn't know he had it in him.
He's like impressed.
You take care of this for me, and perhaps we'll talk. Okay? Done? We done?
Muchly appreciated.
Much. I feel like in a lot of ways he can be the most relatable character in the
Yeah.
show.
Like some of his goofiness, I'm like, that's so me.
Just the verbal snafus.
I've been a little busy revolutionizing tech financing.
On coke.
Hey, hope not. What up?
Who wants to f a hobo?
What?
And let's party. Down there.
What? Wait, no, we're going to a party in the tunnel?
Ron, what is this? Some pop-up shit?
Sorry, it's actually a really tight guest list, so.
Oh, Matt, it's Matt and Jonas. It's the Fly Guys aren't on the... They flew in.
Roman, just relax, okay?
Oh.
We're gonna first wave it. We'll call you once we're inside, all right?
No, that's not nice.
Okay, just leave your phones on and I'll call you.
All right.
Oh, gosh. That's the worst.
That's super fucking rude.
Yeah.
Roman Roy and guests,
That is correct.
welcome to Rhomboid.
Thank you.
These super like exclusive club things
Yeah.
are so strange to me.
Hey, wait! Hey, is this actually where I'm going to
They
have my
can be
bachelor
quite
party?
fun.
Why is it so wet? I think there's a big leak somewhere.
The tough thing is I've been living on Central European time for 48 hours.
That place looks like it stinks.
Ken, long time. Are you good?
Uh-oh.
Okay. This is it. Yeah. Cool, right? Is it cool or is it like total bullshit? Who knows?
Oh, he found the party room.
Angela, yo.
Oh.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, hey, what's happening?
I thought that he liked her or she liked him.
We really appreciated you coming to see us.
Yeah, totally. I'm super excited. All right, see you. Yeah.
Just like that? No, what's your number?
I think all
You got
in
some
due
for me
time.
too?
2 in the morning for me. I need a little pick-me-up.
Don't.
No, dude, I know my way around. 1986, me, a Fleetwood Mac LP, and a bag of weed touched the face of God. Huh?
The first of the evening, the first of many.
Do not do any more of this.
Yeah, no more. Stop.
He scares me.
About the vote and your dad and us.
Yeah.
I love you, man, but you know I had to follow the money. You know that, right? Hey, why don't we talk in private for a second? Can we do that?
We can talk right here.
How would you like to be all the way out? $500 million for your share of waste stuff.
Is this for real?
Yeah, man. I'm feeling generous, that's all.
He's got so much money.
Why don't we talk this over with Sandy?
Sandy Furness?
Oh, that's what he's gonna do. Because he can sell the shares to Sandy,
Okay.
I think.
Kendall, you look well.
Thank you. You look, out of place.
He wants your piece of pie, but, and please don't f***ing blow a fuse here, okay? The reality is he's already in on Waystar.
Yeah.
Sandy's me and I'm Sandy. We're like a single entity.
Seriously? I have a shell company attached to his private equity fund. I'm a parasite on a parasite.
He told him straight up, you can't trust me.
Yeah.
You should have disclosed that to me when I brought you in.
You are 100% correct about that. I should have done that.
You were in a tough position.
But he just reeks of slimy. Like, how can
Yeah.
you trust him? Come on.
Because he's his best friend, one of his top 3.
Yeah, I have a fund. You know, we're niche, but we're engaged. Just closed a deal tonight, actually.
Uh-oh.
Dude, are you pitching? Did you just pitch?
Where'd you spring from, Heidi?
Don't stop. I want to hear the pitch. I might invest.
We were just talking. Could you maybe back off for like 20 minutes?
Oh, no.
Yeah, get us a drink.
I would love another old-fashioned.
He would love another old-fashioned cliche that he is. You're embarrassing yourself.
Your family.
He used to lock me in a cage.
What?
Oh, wait, you're pretending that you don't remember the dog pound.
Are you tripping?
Yeah, it was a game. I had to go climb in this big dog cage in the kitchen and wait for someone to come collect me.
Oh, yeah? Well, I don't know.
Yeah, it might be 3 minutes, might be the whole afternoon. For your...
This is such a weird conversation to have with him.
They both just look really bad right now. This is very awkward.
I'm full of shit. Have fun. Fuck here. Asshole.
Roman is prone to like exaggerating stuff, so
Yeah.
I can't tell how much of that is authentic and how much of it is embellished.
Yeah.
Hey, Frank, so listen.
I've had an approach. It's kind of a very interesting approach, and I wanted to get your brain on it.
Well, I heard from the girls, the dust thing with the art.
Yeah, I know. I saw them. It's locked down. I just spoke to the girl. We're good.
Ken, they're already setting this up elsewhere, but like I said, they loved you.
What are you talking about?
I think there's other money and they like it better.
then we match it.
I tried that already, but seriously, they left you in the room.
Will you stop telling me they left me in the room, Frank? Okay, let me talk to her. I can fix this.
Oh gosh. Like you fixed everything else in your life?
Oh, man.
Just...
Well, I mean, it could work. I've been in that kind of a situation, working with billions of dollars. No, just kidding. Where you go and approach the person at a party event, and it actually ends up working out in your favor because there's like this
because
outside of work personal thing going on.
Yeah, the barriers are down. I know a lot of networking happens and deals and stuff can be talked about at parties like this. So,
what happened?
I'm sorry. It's nothing personal.
Listen, I shouldn't be telling you this, but I'm about to land a chunk of seed capital the size of like Idaho.
You know, it's just not about that.
Help me out here, because there's something I'm not seeing.
It's the name.
Which? You mean Dust?
Oh.
Kendall Roy. It'd be like I was marrying Hitler and then I'd get to be what, Mrs. Hitler?
Look, that's not me.
It's your legacy.
I'm sorry. It's cool. We just don't want to be Hitler.
Can you stop saying Hitler, please? Like, you don't know what I am.
Consensus is you're a coked up prick who can't shit straight.
Oh, wow.
Okay, look, hey, listen.
Off.
Ooh.
That works great.
Yeah.
I'm joined in the studio by Senator Gil Evis. Your wife very tragically took her own life 18 months ago.
Wow.
I think everybody knows about that, and it's something I live with every day, but it's not relevant to the issues I want to explore.
The impression you've given is that it did inform your decision to...
But what I want to talk about tonight
But it hasn't been
is
long, and I guess that what some people may ask is what could possibly have caused such a tragedy? And are you ready so suddenly to turn around and run for the highest office?
This is brutal.
Yeah.
But I guess if you can't handle this, you can't handle presidency, so...
Yeah.
Let's talk about Logan Roy, shall we? The paymaster who set you up in this hack job against me today. Look at his relationships with his family.
Ooh.
His only daughter has come to work for me. What does that tell?
Ooh.
So, what's he doing? You don't want to take any more questions, is that it?
Certainly not from you. Thank you.
Unfortunately, that seems to be all the time
Oh, wow,
we're going
that
to have
went
with Senator...
so well.
Does she stick around? Does Shiv leave? Now that she's been roped into this argument?
I reckon she'll see it through.
Can I help you with something, man? What the f*** is going on? You've been up my ass all night.
Your dad is, I think, a little worried about you, is all.
I'm about to do these 4 lines
Dang,
of
that's
cocaine
excessive.
to top up the 4 I just did.
Oh my God.
If you want to stop me, be my guest.
I don't do white drugs.
My dad's going to be super disappointed if his son ODs.
I know.
So...
Oh God, don't do it, Greg, no.
All he's got to do is swipe it off the table, no?
Oh,
Pretty
true.
easy.
He's counting on you to look after me.
How are you gonna do it if you're high?
Okay, stop. Okay, give it to me.
Oh my God,
Why
now
is it-
he's gonna get hooked on this shit?
This is the only way out is to do it himself?
Greg, you greedy piece of shit.
Hasn't he seen Pulp Fiction?
So you saw the interview?
They told me. Tell them not to speak about my family, not on my network, not on any network, ever again. I want to talk about you properly. Come in. I'm tired of this. You have potential. I've always thought you were the smartest.
Oh, so that's why you tried Kendall and Roman first. I am the smartest. Which is why I can see through you and this transparent little offer to buy me off.
Yep.
I've always tried to do right by you, Siobhan.
Have you?
Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should just let them come for you.
Like who?
Who?
I don't know. But I hear things.
That's ominous.
Oh.
You think that I can't make your life difficult, but word in the right ear, and I could be your migraine, motherfucker. I came here to talk to the old man on your word, so make it happen.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
Me and this girl, we go into the side room and we start making out, and then I splooge in her mouth, you know, and I know, and get this, she kisses me and puts it back in my mouth, and I swallow.
You swallowed your own load?
Yeah, I heard of it, but I didn't know it actually happened.
No, I haven't heard about it before.
I have. It's a thing.
I heard about it in Clerks. That's...
Oh my god, the shame.
No. They don't show it, but it's like, it's in my mind.
I love you too, man. I'm trying to find this girl, but I think she's trying to hide from me.
Dad's theory was you got two fighting dogs, you send the weak one away, you punish the weak one, then everyone knows the hierarchy, then everyone's happy. So, away he went. No, I gotta keep looking. Okay. Hi.
Damn.
I appreciate your offer. I'm not getting out.
Well, if you think you have to tell your father and get back in with him, then I
keep your money. Keep your money. Bring me in. We do this properly. We go my dad together.
Oh.
We just keep the juiciest morsels, turn the thing from a pot of rotting whales into one bastard great white.
What's your end?
CEO. I'm the only one who knows the architecture.
Stewie might not like it.
Stewie will follow the money like a dog in a cartoon.
And you sure you got the stomach?
I'm good.
Yeah, because he's the alpha dog. Oh, that was not the outcome that I was expecting. I thought he'd have some more empathy towards his brother, but I guess not.
He got what he needed to move forward in his journey.
We've been advised, and we are really sorry, but I don't think it's a good idea for him to come to the wedding.
Oh yeah, that sounds sensible.
He really is sorry.
Like, he can't even apologize to her himself.
He did. He did at the restaurant.
So, if we could find a price, but there's potential.
It could happen.
I'm excited. This is great. This is pure upside. Thank you.
That's not gonna happen. Oh, look how far he is from the rest of them.
Symbolism.
Yeah.
Those girls from the art thing, I want you to put the word around. They're junkies. They're shooting seed capital straight to your arms.
Yeah.
Let's sink them.
Oh, he's becoming awful.
Yeah. I feel like it's because of what Connor told him. Because now he has this belief in his head that he's the fierce one. Read the contract, sir.
He's doing it right there. I'm reaching that question again of like, who am I rooting for in the show? Because he's becoming awful. Like, it's my negative feelings towards him started with him taking drugs, you know, while full well knowing that's gonna impede his ability to see his kids. Or that's just like that kind of behavior, that depraved behavior is not acceptable to me if you've got children. I don't know, man. Even if you're only seeing them once every other weekend, I still think there's a huge responsibility there to maintain yourself.
Yeah, but that's not where his headspace is right now. Yeah.
You know, and so that became a problem. And the way he's trying to sink reputation of those girls who rejected his offer is just, that to me is so fucking childish. But I guess you're right. Like, he had that realization that he's the alpha dog, and so he's acting more like it, which is a little bit bizarre. He got told this data, and so now he's acting in accordance with that data. It's like, well, he could have done that a long time ago. It's only because he was told that he was like that as a child that now he's following that protocol. It's weird.
I know, and I know you say that Connor pretty much speaks the truth. Like, he doesn't really seem to have an agenda to be lying or twisting stories, but you know, you did say as well that memories are fallible. I suppose we could argue that because Connor is the older brother, that he probably remembers stuff better, but he could just be feeding a story to Kendall, you know, and that's really affecting his behavior now. Because what if it turned out that later on we find out that no, actually his father believed that he was the weaker son? Then that would be so soul-crushing for him, you know?
I don't think that necessarily matters. What matters is that Kendall was given information he needed to access something that he wanted in himself, I think.
Sure. I mean, he definitely accessed something.
I think that's ultimately what it was. I'll make it akin to, like, you know, a couple that's dating, and then the girl blames the guy for her acting crazy, and it's like, well, maybe he gave you access to that crazy, but that crazy was there the whole time, you know? You get what I'm saying? Do you understand the comparison?
I do get what you're saying.
Yeah, like someone can't like create a new person out of you. You are who you are, and they're giving you access to a certain region of yourself that maybe you didn't know existed,
or maybe that you didn't like. Yeah.
And so I feel like it's the same kind of thing where he wanted access to that for a long time. You saw him cry when he was getting kicked out, evicted from the CEO position or whatever at his family company, and so he has been pushed into this new part of himself because diamonds make pressure. To him, being the alpha dog, the mean-spirited individual, is the diamond.
Also, Coke makes assholes.
That's true.
Like, bear in mind that he is coked up to the max.
Yeah.
And that really adjusts your personality. And in my experience, most of the people I've met who are like that have not been very pleasant to be around. So I do think that is informing his behavior a lot as well, and like that aggression that's coming out.
The way he was acting with the women and kicking his shoes off and all that stuff, that whole scene felt like someone who was on coke.
Yeah, very much so. The scene with Shiv and her dad was also really interesting. Just kind of like, he was trying to kind of get her on board and be like, hey, you should like come back to the family, because he seems like he wants her to be close so that he can control her in some way, or like keep an eye on her. And he's trying to get her on side by saying that she's the smartest one, and I think she's right in that, yeah, maybe she is, and she's smart enough to see through his bullshit and not allow him to control her, like maybe the way that he has control over her brothers.
Well, it's a strategy. That's all. I mean, yeah, she could see right. I mean, that was so painfully obvious, though.
Yeah.
Like the way he was kind of buttering her up. It's like, okay, clearly, it's a problem. Optically, the optics are really bad that your daughter is over here at the enemy's company, and all you're trying to do is defuse the bomb by buttering me up. That seemed to be what the situation was. I mean, there might be truth in what he's saying, but she like called it out. She said that you took your sons before me, and she's not the youngest.
Yeah.
So he's just not very...
His rationale doesn't make sense.
It's not that his rationale doesn't make sense. He's just not very slick, which is the weirdest thing. He's not good at disguising his intentions. He's very good at being this bullish businessman, but when it comes to dealing with his family, he is terrible at lying. He is terrible at... hiding his ulterior motives.
Yeah, like he's good at business.
Yeah.
And he's a complete badass in that realm. But then with his family, he's like completely inept.
Yeah.
I did not like the way he got his wife to call her. Like, I just felt like that was just so... I mean, I understand in some ways it's awesome that they have this relationship where she really has his back, But I just think that wasn't right, that he had to call her and to try and make Shiv feel bad. Because, I feel like Shiv in that situation was kind of like, yeah, whatever, could kind of see how that would play out. But ultimately, to hear that your dad doesn't want to come to your wedding, that close to the wedding happening, it's disheartening. It's really mean.
Yeah.
Because it's a big deal.
No, it is.
Like, he's supposed to walk her down the aisle and everything.
But she doesn't even seem to care about her own wedding.
Well, that's true. At this point, she's kind of just going through the motions.
I mean, I can't really have too much empathy with regards to the notion that you're speaking about, because she's f***ed up. Do you understand what I'm saying? She's like actively cheating on her partner.
Sure.
Right before the wedding. It's like, and it's not even the excuse of, oh, it's a bachelor party. It's like, no, this is an old flame.
It's an affair, yeah.
That she's having an affair with actively. And I'm like, okay, your dad's not going to show up at your wedding. Boo fucking who? I don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what you're doing is downright awful. And your dad's downright awful. I don't have empathy for either of these characters.
Yeah.
It's just like a fascinating train wreck to watch more than anything, right? And so, but to what you're talking about, I feel like that was a desperate play. It was a Hail Mary attempt to get her attention.
Yeah.
Because he has never done that before in the show. He would never go through his wife. For all intents and purposes, he is a macho alpha dog. He would never go through his woman to get some shit done. He would do it himself, right? And so you saw how he was acting when he was going through his physical therapy. Like, he's that guy. He doesn't necessarily want help. right? But he's going to do it to get the job done.
Right.
And then in this particular instance, he's trying to get his daughter's, I don't know what it is, back. I don't know if it's simply trying to get her off that team, or if it's like he genuinely feels like there's an estranged relationship there. He finally sees that, and he's trying to handle that. Or maybe it's a little bit of both.
Maybe. I mean, it's clear that he does love his children, because we saw that, when he heard that there was going to be the bachelor party, he got Greg to agree to look after Kendall, which went swimmingly.
But okay, so there's another thing, right? So he has a very, very hard time with just being direct with the words "I love you," I guess.
Yeah, like that's the thing, and I feel like that's probably what his kids want to hear from him the most, is that I do love you, and even though Kendall betrayed him in business, he still loves his son, obviously, because that's his son. But his problem is that he just can't say it. Yeah. And he had to get his wife to do his dirty work to tell his daughter, I won't be coming to your wedding. Like, that's the consequence of your actions, which I think is really shitty.
Yeah, well, the whole thing's a messed up family. As I predicted, Tom's friends did not come back into the show. They were an under 5.
No.
Hired for that day just to say a couple lines and mope about and be kicked out of the scene.
But I think that also shows us a little bit more about Tom's character, or maybe not really showing us as anything new that we didn't know. Like, we know that he's that guy who really wants to be a part of this like upper crust, uber wealthy world that Shiv gives him access to. So I guess it's not surprising that he wouldn't be that guy who'd go to bat for his hometown friends.
Yeah.
Like, I also think that's shitty, because that could not fly at my bachelorette party. Be like, no, everyone has to be invited. Like, I don't care. Otherwise, we'll just go to Denny's.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the sexual act that Tom had was more than just a joke in the show. I'm wondering if there's something like pseudo-symbolic there about. It's gonna percolate for a while. I don't know. But there's something there that I haven't quite figured out, that I feel like the narrator, the silent narrator, is trying to tell me, and I just don't know exactly what that is.
Well, it is kind of similar, maybe in a way, to him being the sin eater for the company, right? Like, he has to eat all of the bad things for the Roys.
Sure.
And I guess in a similar way, like, he's just kind of eating his shame and just like swallowing it down.
Okay.
Maybe.
No, that makes sense. It could just be a fleeting thing. It's just a joke. It's just a ha-ha that the show's throwing in there. Or it's, speaking to something deeper symbolically. I mean, I don't feel like that is a mistake or a coincidence that, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Just right after that, you had that shot of showing Kendall standing apart. I feel like there's a lot of those in the show that we might be missing.
Yeah.
That are always there.
Yeah, I mean, the show is very well written, and it's well directed and well shot. So yeah, they're probably giving us a lot of visual cues. I mean, there was a lot of stuff. I thought it was interesting that there were a lot of shots like being shot through the windows and stuff like that. Like, aesthetically, I thought it looked really cool, but I don't know if that's also maybe some sort of comment on like being on the outside looking in, or if they were just like, that was a cool look for being inside this warehouse sex club.
I think you might be onto something. I just don't exactly know what. But there was this moment between Shiv and her father at the restaurant.
Yeah.
And it was interesting. Over the shoulder towards Shiv, I feel like was more clear. Like you could see her face.
Yeah.
But when it was on her father, it was kind of like her shoulder was creating this sort of blur effect over his face. Or something was creating a blur effect over his face where he was not having clarity, but she was. And I don't know
that's interesting, yeah.
I don't know what the symbolism there is, other than like he's kind of struggling, with what's in front of him, and she is less so in terms of just their, what's between
their
them.
dynamic.
Yeah. So that's the only thing I could kind of pick up there symbolically. And outside of that, and the one you pointed out with Kendall at the end, I don't know what else is there to comment on. There's this sort of sexual voyeurism that was taking place a lot at that club, and so maybe you're talking to that, and maybe that's the sort of thing you're seeing, because like there's a lot of peering through windows in that.
There was even a lot of like the outside looking in, You know, we have the scene with Greg where he's waiting to go into the office to see Logan, and he's standing there and he's like, wow, look at that view. And, you know, he's the outsider who's just there trying to get in, trying to do whatever he needs to get in, much like Tom. Yeah, and it's just kind of interesting to see the lengths that he can go to do what he feels needs to be done.
Did you ever watch X-Men 2?
Yes, long time ago.
I think Brian Cox is in that. He's been around a long time. It's just, I'm happy for him that he got this role because he's been around for such a long time. And I think this might be his best work.
Yeah.
You know, because he goes through a lot of interesting hills and valleys as this dude. Being this fierce individual, being the fierce individual who's weakened and put into the most vulnerable state of his life ever. And, trying to maintain power when his company is $3 billion in debt. Like, he plays with all of these things as that character in an interesting way.
Well, yeah, and also what someone pointed out in the comments regarding the last episode that we watched about the scars on his back, I didn't realize that the reason why he told his children that he couldn't swim was because he didn't want them to see the scars. And so I feel like for Logan, his whole persona is engineered to come off as like, I'm strong, and he values strength. And so when you hear that story about the dog pound and then sending Roman away because he's the weak dog, you know, like, it makes sense because in his mind, it's like, I must cultivate the strongest ones and the weak one is nothing. We're all vulnerable in some way, but he's not comfortable with sharing that side of him to his family, and maybe that's why he's not comfortable with, you know, saying things like, I love you, because that's soft and weak.
I do have a little bit of a pseudo J.J. Abrams kind of concern with the show, where it's bringing up certain questions and ideas that I feel like are not going to get resolved by the end of the show. I feel like it's going to be these things that kind of linger in the air and it just never comes back. You mentioned the scars just now. I'm like, I feel like it's entirely possible that was a moment for us, the audience, to be privy to. I forgot what that's called, where the audience knows something that the characters don't.
Dramatic irony?
Yeah, but no one else gets to see that.
Right.
Except his wife. But the people who need to see it are his kids, and they might not ever see it.
Right, they might not ever know that about their father.
Yeah. But, and so that to me is a very like J.J. Abrams kind of thing where it's like, no, but like it's not satisfying. I want them.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
We're only in episode 8 of season 1. There's still like 3 seasons and 2 episodes to go.
They're never going to see the scars on his back.
You don't know that. We're still very early on in our Succession journey, Jabby.
All right, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. I'm Jabby Koi. This is
ACHARA Cook.
Peace out.